Welcome to Grade 5 Social Science, Chapter 6, Session 1, Early Civilizations, Indus Valley Civilization. Let's see how early humans used to live and what is their civilization. So this picture very clearly portrays how early human beings used to live, how they used to cook, what they used to eat, how they used to dress up. Let's understand even more by getting into the next slide. So, as a student, generally, you live at some place like house, and what are all the things that are necessary when you stay at house: water and electricity connection. You also need a marketplace, hospital, schools, parks, etc., right? So we are living a settled life with access to everything. Think about early man and how they would have begun living a settled life in terms of food, shelter, clothing, etc. Let's see the ruins of ancient civilization. So these are the ancient buildings. Today we will learn how early human beings started living a settled life and one of the earliest civilizations of the world. How they used to construct drainage system or maybe like marketplace, how their houses used to be. So let us understand. So you have studied about early human life in your previous classes. Early men used to live in a nomadic life. That means they move from place to place and they hunt animals and they used to eat those animals. They often practiced shifting cultivation and foraged and hunted for food. They would live in a small group. They made tools to make their work easier and moved from one place to another. As time went on, people began to settle down and live in permanent settlements. People in these communities began to live an advanced life where they had well made homes, well developed sciences, occupations, trade, etc. Thus, a civilization came into being. So, let's say, what is a civilization? A civilization means like human beings started living at one place in a proper house. They constructed their own house. The house has rooms or maybe like a kitchen or whatever it requires, maybe water connection, or maybe they used to go and get water from the wells. All these things are developed by human beings after a nomadic life that they had. Nomadic life means they stay at some place and they move. So in civilization, what happens is, let us see, a civilization is a group of people living together and that has evolved in. So in civilization, we have written language, art and craft, sciences, religion, culture, trade relations, different occupations, social hierarchy, government, village communities, and cities. Maybe let's say if it is to buy something, they used to trade. They call it as barter system. If you grow rice, you give that to them, and then you take some other product which they grow. So that's how in the earlier days the civilization, the trade, art and craft used to be. So let me give you an answer. If I have asked you explain the meaning of civilization, so your answer can be like this: a civilization is a group of people living together that has evolved in art and craft, written language, religion, trade relations, sciences, culture, occupation, social hierarchy, government, and village communities and cities. So, this will be the proper answer for a question like explain the meaning of civilization. Let's see here. Here in the picture, you can see pottery. That means which is made out of mud. Okay, some of the earliest civilizations developed near the rivers. The main reason for this was that the rivers provided water and rich soil for crops to grow. Surplus food from Agriculture helped many people to live in cities. People engaged themselves in different crafts like pottery, art and sculpture, jewelry, and many others. People also used the rivers to travel from place to place for trade and other reasons. So you can see the image of pottery there. There were many civilizations in the ancient world that developed around the rivers. We know that these civilizations from the paintings, pottery, jewelry, toys, and beautiful artifacts found in the ruins of these civilizations. So that means a lot of jewelry of the olden civilization, when the archaeologists have started research, they found all these things, ruins under the earth. So they have just unearthed those things, and they found that in the olden days they used to have jewelry, toys, beautiful artifacts. One such civilization was the Indus Valley civilization, located on the fertile flood plain of river Indus. Let us learn more about the Indus Valley civilization. So, one of the classiest or one of the wonderful civilizations, we call it as Indus Valley civilization. Answer the following questions. Why did many civilizations develop near the rivers? The answer is above. You can find it out. How do we know about these civilizations? Check your response. Your response for why did many civilizations develop near the rivers? That can be as given below. Many civilizations developed near the river because river waters provide water and rich soil for the crops to grow. Also, people used the rivers to travel from place to place for trade and other reasons. Simple answer. For the second question, how do we know about these civilizations? We know about these civilizations from the paintings, pottery, jewelry, toys, and beautiful artifacts found in the ruins of these civilizations. So that can be your probable answer. Let's understand what's in Indus Valley civilization. So if you can see in this image very clearly, these are the buildings or excavation conducted at the Indus Valley. So near this Indus Valley, so they have conducted excavation. We have also learned what is excavation. Excavation means digging into the mud. So when they dug in, they found this city inside the underground, under the earth. So for thousands of years, the ruins of the Indus Valley civilization lay buried under the ground in the 1920s. So archaeologists started digging near the river Indus. During excavation, they discovered the huge city of Mohenjo-daro. Since then, other cities and many artifacts have been found. It is only because of these artifacts, which were found by the archaeologists, that we have been able to learn about the ancient Indus Valley civilization. So once the archaeologists started understanding or digging near the river of Indus, they found a huge city under the ground, so which is a city of Mohenjo-daro. So that's one of the beautiful cities of Indus Valley civilization. In Indus Valley civilization, the Indus Valley civilization existed between 2500 BCE to 1700 BCE. During this time, other civilizations were developing in other parts of the world, like the Tigris Euphrates civilization in the Mesopotamia, the Nile Valley civilization in Egypt, and the Huanghe civilization in China. All these civilizations are called river valley civilizations as they flourished near the rivers. So, at different parts of the world, at the same period of time, the civilization started developing. For your fact, Mohenjo-daro, with an area of around 300 hectares, was the largest city of civilization. So here you have to answer the following questions. How have we been able to learn about the ancient Indus Valley civilization? Name any two civilizations that flourished near the rivers. So there are three civilizations that are given. You can just check and then learn. And your probable answers can be like this. We have been able to learn about the ancient Indus Valley civilization because of the artifacts found by the archaeologists in the Indus Valley excavation site. For the second question, there is again, name any two civilizations that flourished near the rivers. Tigris-Euphrates civilization in Mesopotamia and the Nile Valley civilization in Egypt. So for example, this is the Indus Valley civilization, which is in red. So here's the Indus River. So on the banks of the river they have. So right now we can mention it as somewhere near Pakistan. At that area, that point is also covered a little bit. And we can also see near Egypt, there's again another civilization, Mesopotamia and China. So these are the civilizations which are mentioned in the book for an example. So they are all river valley civilizations. For a quick check, let's fill in these blanks. Early men used to live a dash life. What kind of life? We have already discussed. Think thoroughly and then answer. Some of the earliest civilizations developed near the dash. This also we have reiterated, so please recapitulate the concept so you'll be able to answer. In the 1920s, dash started digging near the river Indus. Who have started digging near the river Indus? Think about it and answer. Dash, with an area of around 300 hectares, was the largest city of civilizations. A very easy answer. Check with it. So for the first question, it is nomadic life. People used to move here and there and then live their life. For the second question, it is near the rivers, because you know the reasons we have discussed already. For the third one, it is archaeologists who have started digging near the river Indus. Mohenjo-daro is the, with an area of 300 hectares, was the largest.
Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep learning.